Welcome to the second lecture of ratios. In the first lecture, we learned the basic definition of ratio and we also learned how to do basic manipulations on given ratios. In this class, we will be delving deeper into the application areas of ratios. We will learn about the different questions in which we find the application of ratios. We will be learning about the questions based upon ages, questions based upon savings and incomes. Also, we'll learn a little bit about coins and denominations questions. And finally, we'll end up the class with discussion on the concept of partnerships and some miscellaneous questions that we have under your ratios. So let's start with the very first type of question, which is questions based upon ages. Let us understand the basic logic behind the questions of ages using a very simple example. Let us say my current age is 30. Now, if my current age is 30, what will be my age 5 years from now? Of course, 30 plus 5, 35. What will be my age 8 years hence? Of course, 30 plus 8, 38. What was my age 5 years ago? 30 minus 5, 25. What will be double my age? 60. What will be half my age? 15. If you understand this much of basic logic, you already have all the knowledge that you require to solve the questions based upon ages. Now let us say my age is not given as 30. So आपको question में मेरा age 30 नहीं given है. Now what do we do? If we are not given my age as 30, let us say I suppose my age as x. So मैंने अपनी age को x suppose कर लिया. Now if my present age is x, what will be my age 5 years from now? Of course 5 सालों के बाद मेरी age x plus 5 हो जाएगी. What will be my age 8 years hence? It will be x plus 8. What was my age 5 years ago? X minus 5. What is twice my age? Of course 2x. What is half my age? x by 2. अगर हम ये बेसिक अर्थमेटिक समझ पा रहे हैं तो हम क्वेश्चंस बेस्ड अपॉन एजेस को आराम से हैंडल कर सकते हैं. Let us start developing the concept using a very simple example. The ratio of the present age of father and son is 8:1. 8 years hence, the ratio would be 10:3. What is the present age of the father? The first thing given to us in the question is the ratio of father and son. तो मुझे father and son की present age का ratio दिया हुआ है as 8:1. We have already learnt in the chapter of ratios कि जब हमने किसी ratio को actual value में convert करना होता है तो we have to introduce a constant. So what I can do here is that अगर मुझे father is to son का ratio 8:1 दिया हुआ है और मुझे father की age को suppose करना है, then I can suppose it to be 8k and automatically son's age would end up becoming k. Now 8k and k are the present ages of father and son. As per my question, 8 years hence. Now, if the present age of father is 8k, can I say 8 years hence his age would end up becoming 8k plus 8 and son's age would end up becoming k plus 8? Now, as per my given question, 8 years hence the ratio would be 10:3. So, इस age और इस age का ratio मुझे 10:3 दिया हुआ है. Let us compare that. So, 8k plus 8 divided by k plus 8 is 10:3. On cross multiplication, what I get here is 24k plus 24 equals 10k plus 80. Now 10k को 24 में से minus कर लेते हैं. So on the left hand side what I get is 14k and on the right hand side what I get is 56. Now 14 4s are 56. So the value of k that we end up getting is 4. Now if the value of k is 4 and my question requires me to find the present age of father, I can say that the present age of father has been supposed as 8k. Therefore, the present age of father should become 8 times 4 or perhaps 32 years. Hopefully, we all are following this question. Let us increase the level of difficulty by taking the next example. The present age of Sameer and Anand is in ratio 5:4. 3 years hence, the ratio of their ages will be 11:9. Find their present ages. Now this question is pretty similar to the example that we have just discussed. So the first thing given to us is the ratio of the ages of Sameer and Anand as 5:4. So I begin the question by taking the present age of Sameer as 5x and the present age of Anand as 4x. Question further says 3 years hence. Now when I'm saying 3 years hence, that means 3 साल बाद. तो अभी अगर उनका प्रेजेंट एज 5x एंड 4x है तो 3 साल के बाद उनका एज 5x प्लस 3 हो जाएगा एंड 4x प्लस 3 हो जाएगा. As per my given question, the ratio of this set of ages is 11:9. So 3 साल के बाद जो समीर की एज है और 3 साल के बाद जो आनंद की एज है, इसका रेशियो 11:9 हो जाएगा. So let us put these two values in ratio. So 5x plus 3 divided by 4x plus 3, this will be 11:9. Cross multiply कर लेते हैं. So what do we get here? 45x plus 27 is equals to 44x plus 33. Now 45x में से 44 को माइनस कर लेते हैं. So on the left hand side what you get is x. On the right hand side what you get is 33 minus 27, which is 6. So the value of x that we have here ends up becoming 6. Now what does that mean? It simply means that the present age of Sameer, which is 5x, will end up becoming 5 6 are 30, and the present age of Anand, which is 4x, will end up becoming 4 into 6 24. Hopefully we are finding the questions based upon ages pretty easy to handle. Let's try out one more example and then we'll shift on to the next question type. 10 years back, the ratio of the ages of Kaushik and Kaustubh was 2:5. 18 years hence, the ratio of the ages of Kaushik and Kaustubh will be 3:4. Find the ratio of their present ages. Most of the students begin this question by supposing the present age of Kaushik and Kaustubh as x and y. Now, if you are taking the present age of Kaushik and Kaustubh as x and y, then 10 years ago, their ages would end up becoming x minus 10 and y minus 10. As per my given question, the ratio of their ages 10 years ago was 2:5. So if I compare these two ages, what I get is 2:5. Furthermore, my question says 18 years hence, the ratio of the ages was 3:4. So अगर उनका present age x and y suppose किया गया है तो 18 years hence their ages would end up becoming x plus 18 and y plus 18, and as per my given question इन दोनों ages का जो ratio है वो 3:4 है. What most of the students do is that they create an equation of x and y out of this expression and a second equation of x and y out of this expression. They solve those two linear equations of x and y simultaneously and get the values of variable x and y to solve the question. I am not saying ये method गलत है, but ये एक unnecessarily लंबा method है. An easier and more direct approach of solving the question is to suppose the age of Kaushik and Kaustubh 10 years ago. See, यहाँ पे हम present age को x and y suppose करने की बजाय 10 years ago age को suppose कर लेते हैं. So what I am doing here is that I am supposing the age of Kaushik and Kaustubh 10 years ago. Now can I say अगर 10 years ago उनका ratio of ages 2:5 था, तो अगर मुझे कौशिक की एज को suppose करना है, then that must be supposed as 2k and Kaustubh's age must be supposed as 5k. Their present age will therefore become 2k plus 10 and 5k plus 10. As per my given question, 18 years hence, that means 18 years आगे, their age will end up becoming 2k plus 28 and 5k plus 28. Now, the ratio of these two ages is given to me as 3:4. मुझे ये दो ages का ratio 3:4 दिया हुआ है. So I can quickly solve this expression. So 2k plus 28 divided by 5k plus 28 is equals to 3:4. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर लेते हैं. सो 8k प्लस 28 टाइम्स 4, दैट इज 112 इज इक्वल्स टू 5k इंटू 3 15k प्लस 28 टाइम्स 3 84. नाउ 8k को 15k में से माइनस कर देते हैं, मेरे पास 7k आ जाएगा एंड 112 में से जब हम 84 को माइनस करेंगे तो वापस 28 आ जाएगा. दैट मीन्स द वैल्यू ऑफ k दैट वी हैव हियर, the value of k that we have here is actually 4. Now if I've got the value of k as 4, can I say their ages 10 years ago would have been 8 years, 2k is 2 into 4, 8 years, and 5k, which is 5 into 4, 20 years. Their present ages should therefore have been 18 and 30. My given question requires me to find the ratio of their present ages. So ratio of their present ages ends up becoming 18 is to 30, which is nothing but 9 is to 15, which indeed resolves to 3 is to 5. So the ratio of their present ages is 3 is to 5. Hopefully that was an easy question. With this, we end our discussion on the questions of ages. Now, as far as the questions of ages are concerned, on your different campus placement examinations, generally the level of difficulty of questions of ages is pretty low. In fact, हमने अभी जो 3 एग्जाम्पल्स किए हैं, आपको पेपर में कभी भी इससे ज़्यादा लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी के क्वेश्चंस नज़र नहीं आएंगे. There are many books and on YouTube you will find many videos जहाँ पे आपके पास कुछ फैंसी शॉर्टकट्स दिए जाते हैं एजेस के क्वेश्चंस को सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए. ट्रस्ट मी, फॉर योर कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स यू डू नॉट रिक्वायर दोज शॉर्टकट्स. अगर आप कोई और XYZ गवर्नमेंट जॉब एग्जाम दे रहे हैं या आप किसी और एग्जाम की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो शायद वो शॉर्टकट्स आपके लिए हेल्पफुल हो सकते हैं, बट एज फार एज कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स आर कंसर्न यू डू नॉट रियली नीड दोज शॉर्टकट्स. ऑल यू रिक्वायर इज द बेसिक कंसेप्ट दैट वी हैव लर्नड इन दीज 3 एग्जाम्पल्स. The next type of questions that we have under the application of ratios are the questions based upon savings/income. Let us understand the basic concept of such questions using a very simple example. Incomes of A and B are in ratio 6 is to 5. Expenses of A and B are in ratio 8 is to 5. If savings of A and B is rupees 12,000 and rupees 25,000 respectively, find the income of B. When it comes to questions of saving as well as income, we have 3 variables here. The first variable that we have is savings, the second variable that we have is expenditure, and the third variable that we have is income. Now obviously we understand either you can be saving money or you can be spending it. Therefore what we say is that income is defined as the sum of savings and expenditure. तो जो भी आपकी savings है, अगर मैं उसके अंदर expenditure को add कर देता हूँ तो मेरे पास income आ जाता है. Since income is defined as savings plus expenditure, we define savings as income minus expenditure and we define expenditure as income minus savings. These are the 3 different relations that exist for savings, incomes and expenditure. Now the question at hand can be solved by creating an equation, but the method that I'll recommend you here is the tabular method. Tabular method में हम तीनों variables को एक table में डालते हैं. So what I do is that I create a table in which I have savings on the top, expenditure in the middle, and of course the sum of savings and expenditure is your income. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to populate this table with the given data and I'll be able to solve the question. The first part of my question says income of A and B are in ratio 6 is to 5. So I already know that there are 2 people under consideration, so I have A as well as B, and the comparison of their incomes is in ratio 6 is to 5. Now can I say that the income of A can be supposed as 6x and the income of B can be supposed as 5x? Further, my question says that the expenses of A and B are in ratio 8 is to 5. So can I say expenditure can be marked as 8y and 5y? Savings are 12,000 and 25,000. Now since income is defined as saving plus expenditure, I can say that the income of A is nothing but 12,000 plus 8y and the income of B is going to be 25,000 plus 5y. Comparing these two, we'll be getting the ratio 6 is to 5. So इन दोनों का अगर कंपैरिजन किया जाए तो मेरे पास 6 is to 5 आ जाएगा. इस एक्सप्रेशन को क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करके सिंप्लीफाई किया जा सकता है. So 5 12s are 60. So 60,000 plus 40y is equals to 1,50,000 plus 30y. Now 30y को इधर लाकर माइनस कर लेते हैं तो यहाँ पे मेरे पास 10y आ जाएगा. 60,000 को 1,50,000 में से माइनस करेंगे 90,000 रह जाएगा. So the value of y that we have ends up becoming 9,000. If the value of y is 9,000, can I say expenditure of A as well as that of B can be found out? However, मुझे यहाँ पे एक्सपेंडिचर नहीं निकालना, मुझे यहाँ पे B का इनकम निकालना है. अगर मुझे B का इनकम निकालना है तो इनकम जो B का है दैट इज सेविंग्स प्लस एक्सपेंडिचर. सेविंग्स ऑलरेडी मेरे पास 25,000 है, एक्सपेंडिचर निकालने के लिए मैं y का जो वैल्यू 9,000 निकाला है उसे यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकता हूँ. सो कैन आई से एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ b एंड्स अप बिकमिंग 5 into 9,000 or perhaps 45,000. If the expenditure of b is 45,000 and his savings were 25,000, can I say his income ends up becoming 70,000? Hopefully we are following this method. Now at this point many of us would be thinking कि इस क्वेश्चन को तो सिंपल इक्वेशंस बनाकर भी किया जा सकता है. Why are we putting everything in this table? See, the benefit of putting things in table is that you begin to see the data more quickly and you are able to analyze things more easily. इस क्वेश्चन में शायद आपको टेबुलेशन का इतना फायदा ना हो, लेकिन आने वाली एग्जांपल्स में we'll actually see how tabulation helps understand the question in a more easy and better way. The total income of A, B and C is rupees 80,000. The individual expenses respectively are 8,000, 12,000 and 15,000 rupees. If the ratio of their savings is 2:3:4, then find their individual incomes. Again in this question what we have are three variables: savings, expenses and income. I put all the three variables in the form of a table. So सबसे ऊपर मेरा savings आएगा, इसके बाद expenses आएगा और obviously savings और expenses का जो sum होगा वो हमारे पास इनकम रहेगा. नाउ आई एम कंसिडरिंग थ्री पीपल A, B and C. सो लेट अस से आई एम राइटिंग द थ्री पीपल इन्वॉल्व्ड हियर एज A, B and C. My question says that their total income is 80,000. So this plus this should add up to a total of 80,000. Also my question says that their individual expenses are 8,000, 12,000 and 15,000. So expenses में A के expenses 8,000 है, B के expenses 12,000 है और C के expenses 15,000 है. रही बात सेविंग्स की, तो उसकी रेशो मुझे 2:3:4 दी हुई है. सो कैन आई से A की सेविंग्स को 2x सपोज कर लो, B की सेविंग्स को 3x सपोज कर लो और C की सेविंग्स 4x हो जाएगी. नाउ एज फार एज द इनकम इज कंसर्न्ड, इनकम इज सेविंग्स प्लस एक्सपेंसेस. सो कैन आई से A's इनकम is 2x plus 8,000. B's income, इसको सेपरेट आउट कर लेते हैं. B's income is 3x plus 12,000 and C's income is 4x plus 15,000. The next thing that we follow here is but obvious, ये तीनों incomes का sum 80,000 है. So let's create the equation now. 2x plus 8,000 was A's income. 3x plus 12,000 was B's income and 4x plus 15,000 was C's income और ये तीनों incomes का sum 80,000 है. Now the next thing that we can do is that we can simplify this equation. 2x plus 3x is 5x plus 4x is 9x. 8,000 plus 12,000 is 20,000. 20,000 plus 15,000 is 35,000. So 9x plus 35,000 is equals to 80,000. इस 35,000 को इधर जाकर माइनस कर लेते हैं. सो द वैल्यू ऑफ 9x टर्न्स आउट टू बी 45,000. इफ 9x is 45,000 आई कैन स्ट्रेट अवे से दैट द 5,000 इज द वैल्यू ऑफ x. सो x का वैल्यू मेरे पास 5,000 आ गया. अभी अगर x का वैल्यू 5,000 है तो कहना है से A का सेविंग्स 10,000 हो जाएगा, B का सेविंग्स 15,000 हो जाएगा और C का सेविंग्स 20,000 हो जाएगा. In my question I was required to find the income of 3. So income of 3 would be 10 plus 8 18,000, 15 plus 12 27,000 and 20 plus 15 35,000. That's my answer. Now what we are seeing here is tabulation helping us simplify the question. Let's move on to the next example where we'll be using the concept of tabulation again to simplify the question and solve it. If the ratio of the cost price of one pen to the cost price of one notebook is 5:3 and the ratio of the selling price of one pen to the selling price of one notebook is 6:4, then find the ratio of the profit earned on buying and selling one pen to the profit earned by buying and selling one notebook. In this question, I am given three variables: the cost price, the profit and the selling price. Hopefully we all know the relation. Selling price is defined as कॉस्ट प्राइस प्लस प्रॉफिट. सो अगर मुझे यहाँ पे टैबुलेशन क्रिएट करना है, अगर मुझे यहाँ पे टेबल क्रिएट करना है, तो सबसे ऊपर मैं कॉस्ट प्राइस को रखूंगा, उसके नीचे प्रॉफिट को रखूंगा और ऑब्वियसली कॉस्ट प्राइस एंड प्रॉफिट का सम मेरे पास सेलिंग प्राइस आ जाएगा. ओके, आई एम कंसिडरिंग पेन एज वेल एज नोटबुक. सो एक साइड पे मैंने पेन लिख लिया, दूसरी साइड पे मैंने नोटबुक लिख लिया. Okay, so this is how I am creating the table here. Now, the first part of the question says कि cost price का ratio 5:3 है. So pen is to notebook के cost price का ratio 5:3 है. So I can suppose the cost price of pen to be 5x and that of the notebook to be 3x. Next part of my question says the ratio of the selling price of one pen to the selling price of one notebook is 6:4. So जो मेरे पास selling price है उसका ratio मेरे पास 6:4 है. बाय द वे रेशियो 6:4 को रिड्यूस किया जा सकता है 3:2. सो मैंने यहाँ पे जो सेलिंग प्राइस को एज्यूम किया वो 3y एंड 2y था. सिंस आई डू नॉट नो द प्रॉफिट एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द डे मुझे प्रॉफिट्स का ही रेशियो निकालना है, तो मैंने प्रॉफिट्स को P1 एंड P2 मान लिया. नाउ एज वी नो सेलिंग प्राइस इज कॉस्ट प्राइस प्लस प्रॉफिट, सो फ्रॉम हियर कैन आई से 3y इज 5x प्लस P1 और perhaps P1 will be nothing but 3y माइनस 5x. होपफुली हम इस चीज को फॉलो कर रहे हैं. अगर सेलिंग प्राइस कॉस्ट प्राइस प्लस प्रॉफिट है तो प्रॉफिट कैन बी डिफाइंड एज सेलिंग प्राइस माइनस कॉस्ट प्राइस. सो प्रॉफिट P1 कैन बी डिफाइंड एज सेलिंग प्राइस माइनस कॉस्ट प्राइस. इसी तरीके से मैं P2 का वैल्यू निकाल सकता हूं विच विल एंड अप बिकमिंग 2y माइनस 3x. एज पर माई क्वेश्चन आई एम रिक्वायर्ड टू फाइंड द रेशियो ऑफ P1 एंड P2. सो द एक्सप्रेशन लुक्स समथिंग लाइक दिस. Now let's have a look at this ratio. In this ratio I have two arbitrary constants x and y. Do I have any method of resolving these two constants? Am I given anything else with which I can resolve these constants? Doesn't seem to be the case. So I ask again, is this ratio determinable? No, it's not determinable. The answer is cannot be determined. You cannot determine this ratio. Hopefully we all are finding this method of putting things in table very helpful. One more example and then we shift on to the next type of questions. In a theater, the number of seats in platinum class, gold class and silver class are in ratio 3:5:8. All the seats are sold and the ratio of money collected from each of the class is 12:15:16. Find the ratio of the price of each seat in three respective classes. In this question, I have three variables here. I have the number of seats, I have the price of each seat, and I have the revenue from that price category. Obviously, we can understand the fact that revenue is defined as number of seats into the price of each seat. For example, let us say मेरे पास गोल्ड क्लास में 10 सीट्स थी और हर सीट की टिकट 200 रुपए की थी. सो कैन आई से अगर 10 की 10 सीट्स बिक जाती हैं या 10 की 10 टिकट्स बिक जाती हैं, सो 10 into 200, 2000 rupees will be the revenue. Hopefully we all are able to understand this relation. Revenue is the number of seats into the price of each seat. Since I have to solve this question using tabular method, I am going to create a table in which the number of seats will be on the top, price of each seat can be kept in the middle, and the product of these two, which is revenue, will come at the bottom of the table. Now let us complete this table for the three category of seats that we have here. The three category of seats that we have here are platinum, gold and silver. To start with the question, the first part of the question says that the number of seats in platinum class, gold class and silver class are in ratio 3:5:8. So number of seats का अगर मुझे ratio लेना है then that is 3:5:8. Hopefully we are getting that. मैंने 3:5:8 को 3x, 5x, 8x की फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस कर दिया. The next part of my question says the ratio of the money collected from each class is 12:15:16. Now by the way, what is the ratio of money collected? It is revenue. So revenue का ratio मुझे 12:15:16 दिया हुआ है. So can I say अगर मुझे revenue को suppose करना है then that must be supposed as 12y, 15y and 16y. What I need to find is the ratio of the price of each seat. So what I do here is that I assume the price of seat in platinum category to be A, in gold category to be B and in silver class to be C. Now obviously revenue is number of seats into price. So can I say revenue which is 12y is 3x into A. 3x को A से मल्टीप्लाई करने पे अगर मेरे पास 12y आता है तो can I say A will end up becoming 12y divided by 3x which is nothing but 4y by x. In a similar fashion I can define my B. as 15y by 5x, or perhaps the value of b ends up becoming 3y by x. And finally, c will end up becoming 16y by 8x, which is nothing but 2y by x. What did my A, B and C represent? This was C, this was A. What did my A, B and C represent? It represented the price of each ticket in the three categories. So, मुझे इसका रेशो निकालना था. Can I say the ratio ends up becoming 4:3:2? Hopefully, we are finding this particular example very easy. Now, the interesting thing about tabulation method is that it is not just applicable on your saving/income question, but it also finds its application in other types of questions under applications of ratios as well. Let's move on to the next type of questions here. Let us understand the concept of coins and denominations using a very simple example. Let us say I have 4 notes of rupees 2000, 3 notes of rupees 1500 and 5 notes of rupees 100. How much money do I have in total? By this time you have already figured out the answer to be 10,000. Now while you were figuring out the answer as 10,000, the basic logic that your brain worked out was the following. We have 4 notes of rupees 2000 each. Therefore, the total money or the total value contained in these notes is 8,000. We had 3 notes of rupees 500 each. So the total value contained was rupees 1500. And finally, हमारे पास 100 रुपए के 5 नोट थे. Therefore, the total value contained was 500. Obviously, जब मुझे total value निकालना है तो that will be 8,000 plus 1500, 9,500 plus 500, 10,000. Using this rudimentary logic, using this basic logic, most of you would have already calculated the answer as 10,000. If you are able to do this, you already know the concept of coins and denominations. What is the logic here? This 4, 3 and 5 represented the number of coins or the number of notes that I had. Let us represent them using variable n. This 2000, 500 and 100 were the values of individual notes or individual coins. Let's represent them using variable d. D represents the value of denomination. So can I say the total value contained in 2000 rupee notes was value of denomination into the total number of denominations? The total value contained in 500 rupee notes was value of denomination 500 rupees into the total number of denominations, which was 3. And similarly, the total value contained in 100 rupee notes was the value of denomination, which was 100 rupees, into the number of denominations, which were 5. The concept that we are developing here is that we have got two variables, the number of denominations and the value of denomination. These are the two variables which when multiplied give me the third variable, which is the value contained in that denomination. हमें कुछ स्टैंडर्ड टेक्स्ट बुक्स में इस तरीके का इक्वेशन भी देखने को मिलता है. Total value is equals to n1 d1 plus n2 d2 plus n3 d3 and so on. Now this equation also works on the same concept कि आपकी जो डिनोमिनेशन की वैल्यू है उसको आप नंबर ऑफ डिनोमिनेशन से मल्टीप्लाई करके वैल्यू निकाल रहे हैं और फिर सारी वैल्यूज को ऐड करके आपके पास टोटल वैल्यू आ रही है. You can solve the questions of coins and denominations using this equation, but we have already learned a better approach of doing it. What is that better approach? Tabulation method. Let's try out one example in which we will be solving a question using tabulation method. The number of 1 rupee coins, 50 paisa coins and 25 paisa coins in a bag is in ratio 5:6:8. If the bag has rupees 180 in it, find the number of coins of each denomination. Now, when it comes to questions of coins and denominations, we need to understand one critical aspect. Coins और denomination के हर सवाल में मेरे पास 3 variables होंगे, number of coins, value of denomination, and the total value contained in that denomination, which will be the product of number of coins into the value of denomination. Let us represent these three variables in the form of a table. तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने फर्स्ट रो में नंबर ऑफ कॉइन्स लिख लिया, सेकेंड रो में वैल्यू ऑफ डिनोमिनेशन लिख लिया, एंड थर्ड रो में मैंने वैल्यू लिख लिया. ऑब्वियसली नंबर ऑफ कॉइन्स इनटू द वैल्यू ऑफ डिनोमिनेशन गेट्स मी द टोटल वैल्यू कंटेन्ड इन दैट डिनोमिनेशन. इस क्वेश्चन को अगर एनालाइज किया जाए तो क्वेश्चन कहता है कि मेरे पास 1 रुपी 50 पैसे एंड 25 पैसा कॉइन्स है. सो कैन आई से द वैल्यू ऑफ डिनोमिनेशंस अंडर कंसिडरेशन आर 1 रुपी 50 पैसा एंड 25 पैसा. ऑब्वियसली चीजों को सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए मैंने 50 पैसा और 25 पैसा को हाफ अ रुपी एंड 1/4 ऑफ अ रुपी लिख दिया. Further, my question says that the number of coins of 1 rupee 50 paisa and 25 paisa coins in the bag is in ratio 5:6:8. तो ये कॉइन और ये कॉइन का जो नंबर है उसका रेशो 5:6:8 है. सो कैन आई से अगर मुझे नंबर को सपोज करना है देन दैट मस्ट बी सपोज्ड एज 5x, 6x and 8x. Now if we follow this logic, n into d equals v, so from here can I say that the total value contained in this denomination is 1 into 5x, which is 5x. The total value contained in 50 paisa denomination is half into 6x, which is 3x. And finally the total value contained in 25 paisa denomination is 1/4 into 8x, which is 2x. The last part of my question says that the total value of money contained in the bag is 180 rupees. So can I say this plus this plus this? The total value that we have is 180 rupees. Now that's an equation which can be solved for x. 5x plus 3x is 8x plus 2x is 10x. So 10x is equals to 180, which gets us the value of x as 18. हमने यहाँ पे x की वैल्यू को 18 establish कर लिया है. What was my question asking me to do? My question was saying find the number of coins of each denomination. मुझे हर denomination के number of coins निकालने हैं. If I have the value of x as 18, can I say the number of 1 rupee coins will be nothing but 5 into 18, which is 90. The number of coins of 50 paisa denomination will be nothing but 6 into x, which is 6 into 18, or perhaps 108. And finally the number of 25 paisa coins will be 8 into 18, which ends up becoming 144. Hopefully we are able to follow this concept of using tabulation or a table to solve the questions of coins and denominations. Let us try another example here. A bag contains coins of denomination 1 rupee, 2 rupee and 5 rupee. The value of all 1 rupee coins, all 2 rupee coins and all 5 rupee coins is in the ratio 3:5:4. If the total number of coins is 252, find the number of 5 rupee coins. In this question मेरे पास 1 rupee coin है, 2 rupee coin है and 5 rupee coins है. इसके अलावा जो मुझे रेशो दिया हुआ है वो टोटल वैल्यू का रेशो दिया हुआ है. सो अगर मुझे चीज़ों को टेबल में डालना है तो सबसे ऊपर मैं डिनोमिनेशंस में 1 रुपी, 2 रुपी एंड 5 रुपी लिखूंगा. नंबर ऑफ कॉइन्स मुझे नहीं गिवन तो मैंने नंबर ऑफ कॉइन्स को A, B एंड C मार्क कर लिया. डिनोमिनेशन इनटू द नंबर ऑफ कॉइन्स gives us the total value which has been given to me in the ratio 3:5:4. So can I say total value को हम 3x, 5x and 4x लिख सकते हैं. As per my given question, the total number of coins is 252. So can I say A plus B plus C equals 252? Also, I know that D into N gets me V. So basically 1 into A gets me 3x, 2 into B gets me 5x and 5 into C gets me 4x. Using these relations, I can establish the value of A, B and C and then utilize the equation A plus B plus C equals 252 to get the answer. Let's try doing that. Value of denomination into number of coins gets me the total value. So 1 into A gets me 3x. So the value of A ends up becoming 3x. Value of denomination into number of coins gets me the total value. So 2 into B gets me 5x. So can I say the value of b ends up becoming 5 by 2 of x? Value of denomination into number of coins gets me the total value. So can I say 5 into c gets me 4x, or the value of c ends up becoming 4 by 5 of x? What we have done up to this point is that we have established the value of variable a, b and c. Now, as we know, a, b and c represented the number of 1 rupee coins, number of 2 rupee coins and number of 5 rupee coins. इन तीनों का सम हमें 252 दिया हुआ है. So this plus this plus this, let's put them in an equation. 3x plus 5 by 2 of x plus 4 by 5 of x is equals to 252. How to simplify this equation? Well, यहाँ पे denominator में 2 है, यहाँ पे denominator में 5 है. Multiply the equation throughout with 10. So what do we get here? We get here 30x plus 25x plus 8x equals 2520. Now 30x plus 25x is 55x, 55x plus 8x is 63x. So 63x is equals to 2520. इसका कटिंग कर लेते हैं. x is 2520 by 63. Now 63 times 4 gets you 252. So x का वैल्यू मेरे पास जो आ रहा है वो 40 है. In this question, I was required to find the number of 5 rupee coins. The number of 5 rupee coins were represented as C, and C is nothing but 4 by 5 of x. So can I say number of 5 rupee coins will be represented as 4 by 5 of x, x being 40. इसको solve करने पे number of 5 rupee coins will end up becoming 32. Hopefully, we are finding these questions very easy. One more question and then we move on to the next question type. The number of 1 rupee, 50 paisa and 25 paisa coins in a bag is in ratio 3:4:5. If the bag has rupees 300, then find the number of 50 paisa coins. As far as this question is concerned, here I am given the ratio of number of coins. So I begin populating my table by substituting the number of coins as 3x, 4x and 5x. Furthermore, the value of denominations has been given to me as 1 rupee, 50 paisa and 25 paisa. Again, I write my 50 paisa as half a rupee and 25 paisa is 1 by 4 of a rupee. Now, what is the total value contained here? Total value contained here is the product of the number of denominations into the value of denomination. So, total value contained here will be 3x, 4 into half, 2x, 5 into 1 by 4, 5 by 4 of x. Now, the next step of my question requires me to use the fact that the bag has rupees 300 in it. ये वाला value plus ये वाला value plus ये वाला value will represent the total money that you have, which is 300. So can I say 3x plus 2x plus 5 by 4x shall give me rupees 300? इस equation को बनाकर solve कर लेते हैं. 3x plus 2x plus 5 by 4 of x is equals to 300. How to simplify this equation? Multiply throughout with 4. So what do I get here? By the way, 3 plus 2 was 5x. So 5x into 4 gets you 20x. So 20x plus 5x is equals to 1200. Now 25x is equals to 1200. Therefore x ends up becoming 1200 by 25. 25 से कटिंग करने पे ये 4 आ जाएगा तो x का वैल्यू मेरे पास 48 आता है. Now if the value of x is 48 and I am required to find the number of 50 paisa coins, can I say the number of 50 paisa coins were represented as 4x, and if x is 48, the number of 50 paisa coins will end up becoming 192. Coins and denominations is actually an easy question type once you know the concept of tabulation. Next, we move on to the concept of partnerships. A partnership in a very simple sense means that there are 2 or more people who are investing some money and running a business together. At the end of the day, whatever is the profit generated, they divide the profit because they are partners. Now, there are different cases under the questions of partnership. Let us understand those cases one by one. For the first case, I'll assume that I have two persons running a business. So let's call them as person A and person B. To start with, person A invested 60,000 rupees in the business. तो business को शुरू करने के लिए person A ने 60,000 रुपया business में invest किया. Person B ने 40,000 rupees business में invest किए. So they started running a business by this initial investment, and by the end of the year they were able to make a profit of 10,000 rupees. So साल के end के ऊपर उनको जो profit हुआ that was of 10,000 rupees. Now the question that I'm gonna be asking you here is that ये जो 10,000 rupees का profit हुआ है इसमें पार्टनर A का क्या शेयर है और पार्टनर B का क्या शेयर है? Most likely you would have been able to get the intuitive answer as 6,000 and 4,000. After all, जो इनका इन्वेस्टमेंट का रेशो था उसी रेशो में इनका प्रॉफिट डिवाइड होना चाहिए. Well, that's the case one of partnerships. In the first case, we are considering that kind of partnership जहां पे हमारे पास टाइम के बारे में कुछ नहीं बताया गया. सो मुझे नहीं बताया गया कि पर्सन ए ने या पार्टनर ए ने कितनी देर के लिए पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया, पार्टनर बी ने कितनी देर के लिए इन्वेस्ट किया, कौन ज्यादा एफर्ट लगा रहा है, कौन कम एफर्ट लगा रहा है. नथिंग लाइक दैट स्टफ इज गिवन टू मी. सो एज अ रिजल्ट आई एज्यूम दैट एवरीथिंग एल्स इज कांस्टेंट. The time for which they are investing money is constant. The effort that they are putting is same. Now in such a case जहां पे हमारे पास time given नहीं होता या effort का division given नहीं होता, ratio given नहीं होता, we simply assume that the profit gets divided in the ratio of the capital invested. So in this particular case, the capitals invested was 60,000 and 40,000. That means the ratio of capital invested was 3:2. So ये जो 10,000 rupees का profit हुआ है ये भी 3:2 में डिवाइड हो जाएगा. So partner A के लिए जो profit होगा that will be 3/5 of 10,000 यानी कि 6,000 rupees, and partner B के लिए जो profit होगा that will be 2/5 of 10,000, that is 4,000 rupees. This is the case one of partnerships. Let us consider the second case of partnerships. Let us say again we are considering partner A and partner B. Okay, but this time partner A and partner B are both investing 50,000 rupees. So partner A और partner B दोनों ने 50,000 रुपया लगाकर बिजनेस को शुरू किया. After they started the business, for a while they worked together, but let us say 6 महीने के बाद उनकी आपस में अनबन हो गई, उनकी आपस में लड़ाई हो गई. So partner A walked out of the business. At the end of the year, the profit that they were able to generate was, let's say, 9,000. Now, partner A comes to partner B and says that कि देख भाई तूने 50,000 लगाया था, मैंने 50,000 लगाया था, हम दोनों का इन्वेस्टमेंट सेम था, प्रॉफिट हुए 9,000, तो 4,500 मुझे दे, 4,500 तू रख, बिकॉज हमारा प्रॉफिट सेम हिस्से में डिवाइड होना चाहिए. Would partner A be logically correct in asking for half the share of profit? No, because in the given question or in this given case, partner A had although started with 50,000 rupees, but he had left taking his investment out at the end of 6 months. That means can I say यहाँ पे partner A ने 50,000 rupees invest करके रखा लेकिन सिर्फ 6 months के लिए, लेकिन partner B ने पूरे साल के लिए यानी कि 12 मंथ्स के लिए अपना इन्वेस्टमेंट बिजनेस में रखा. अब यहां पे इनका कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट सेम था लेकिन टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट अलग अलग था. इस पर्टिकुलर केस में द मनी विल बी डिवाइडेड, द प्रॉफिट विल बी डिवाइडेड इन द रेशियो ऑफ द टाइम इन्वेस्टेड. सो बेसिकली मैं क्या कह रहा हूं, मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि अगर उन दोनों ने सेम अमाउंट ऑफ मनी को इन्वेस्ट किया है, अगर उन्होंने सेम अमाउंट ऑफ मनी को इन्वेस्ट किया है, इस केस में 50,000 रुपीज ईच, देन द टोटल प्रॉफिट एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर विल बी डिवाइडेड इन द रेशियो इन विच दे हैड इन्वेस्टेड द मनी इन टर्म्स ऑफ टाइम. सो अगर पर्सन ए ने 6 मंथ्स के लिए इन्वेस्ट किया था और पर्सन बी ने 12 मंथ्स के लिए इन्वेस्ट किया था, अगर इनका रेशियो ऑफ टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट इज 1:2, the profit will be divided into 1:2. So can I say profit for person A अब अगेन A/B में हमारे पास जो रेशियो बनना है, A/B में हमारे पास जो टाइम का रेशियो बनना है, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी 1:2. सो कैन आई से प्रॉफिट दैट पर्सन A will be having will be 1 parts out of 3 parts and profit that person B will be having will be 2 parts out of 3 parts. अगर 9,000 रुपीज का टोटल प्रॉफिट हुआ था तो प्रॉफिट ऑफ पर्सन A is going to be 1/3 of 9,000 which is 3,000 and profit of person B is going to be 2/3 of 9,000 which is going to be 6,000. Hopefully we are able to understand these two basic cases of partnerships. The third case of partnerships involve those questions जहां पे capital investment भी अलग अलग है और time investment भी अलग अलग है. For example, let us say partner A invested rupees 5,000 to start a business while partner B invested 10,000 rupees to start a business. पार्टनर ए ने अपने पैसे को 8 मंथ्स के लिए इन्वेस्टेड रखा और पार्टनर बी ने अपने पैसे को 12 मंथ्स के लिए इन्वेस्टेड रखा. लेट अस से एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर उनको जो प्रॉफिट हुआ दैट वाज 10,000 रुपीज. सो साल के एंड पे उनको जो प्रॉफिट होता है वो 10,000 रुपीज है. नाउ माय क्वेश्चन हियर इज, ये 10,000 रुपीज का जो टोटल प्रॉफिट हुआ है इसमें से ए का शेयर कितना होना चाहिए और बी का शेयर कितना होना चाहिए? Should I say that the profit should be divided in the ratio of the capital invested, or should I say that the profit should be divided in the ratio of the time investment? एक्चुअल में यहाँ पे कैपिटल इन्वेस्टेड भी अलग अलग है और टाइम इन्वेस्टेड भी अलग अलग है. We need to consider both these factors while we are dividing the profit. So what we do here is that we divide the profit in the ratio of the product of capital investment and time investment. Let me elaborate what I am saying. यहाँ पे capital investment 5,000 का था, time investment 8 months का था. So first of all I am going to define the product of capital investment and time investment. Now, what is the product of capital investment and time investment for partner A? That is going to be 5,000 into 8. What is the product of capital investment and time investment for partner B? That is going to be 10,000 into 12,000. So what I do here is that first of all I calculate the product of capital investment and time investment and then I take the ratio of these two products. Now what is the ratio of these two products going to be? Well, that is going to be 5,000 into 8 divided by 10,000 into 12. अब इसका कटिंग कर लेते हैं. This is 2s are and this is 4 2s are and this is 4 3s are. 2 से 2 कैंसिल होते हैं. So what I'm getting is 1/3. Now since the ratio of the product of capital investment and time investment is turning out to be 1:3, I take this profit of 10,000 rupees and I divide it in the ratio 1:3. Now as far as the profit of 10,000 is to be concerned, can I say अगर A/B में 1:3 में मुझे इस 10,000 के प्रॉफिट को इन्वेस्ट करना है, then the share of A is going to be 1/4 of 10,000 and share of B is going to be 3/4 of 10,000. So at the end of the day A का जो शेयर है that is going to be 2,500 and जो B का शेयर है that is going to be 7,500. Hopefully we are able to understand case 3 of partnerships. With this we end with the theory of partnerships. Now let's build upon the theory that we have learned here using some simple examples. Gupta and Bansal enter into a partnership with their capitals in ratio 5:6. At the end of 8 months, Gupta withdraws his capital. If they receive their profits in ratio 5:9, find out how long Bansal's capital was invested in the business. In this question, I am given the ratio of the capital investments. I am also given that Gupta invested his money for 8 months, but what I am not given is how long Bansal invested his money. At the end of the day, the ratio of the profits is also given to me as 5:9. I begin the question by putting the entire given set of data in the form of a table. तो सबसे पहले मैंने लेफ्ट साइड के ऊपर कैपिटल लिख लिया, कैपिटल के नीचे मैंने टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट लिख लिया, एंड ऑब्वियसली इन दोनों का प्रोडक्ट मुझे कैपिटल एंड टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट का प्रोडक्ट देगा. सो कैपिटल वॉज इन रेशियो 5:6. सो मैंने गुप्ता की कैपिटल को 5x एज्यूम कर लिया और बंसल की कैपिटल को मैंने 6x एज्यूम कर लिया. गुप्ता ने मनी को 8 मंथ्स के लिए इन्वेस्ट किया है, बंसल ने कितनी देर के लिए किया वो मुझे नहीं पता. सो आई एम गोना सपोज इट टू बी T. नाउ what is the product of capital and time going to be for Gupta? It is going to be 40x. And what is the product of capital and time going to be for Bansal? It is going to be 6xt. Now, as per the concepts that we have learned, the ratio of the profit divided is the ratio of capital and time का product. So basically what I am saying here is that कि जो capital और time के product की ratio है वो ही profits की ratio है. अगर प्रॉफिट्स की रेशो हमें यहाँ पे 5:9 दी हुई है तो कहना है सिर्फ 40x एंड 6xt का रेशो लेने पे मेरे पास 5:9 आता है. लेट्स सॉल्व दैट. सो 40x डिवाइडेड बाय 6xt इज इक्वल्स टू 5:9. नाउ x cancels x, this is 20, this is 3, now this is 3 and this is 3, so this is 5 and this is 4. So what do I have here as the value of t? The value of t that I have here is 12. So at the end of the day, Bansal had invested his money for 12 months. Hopefully we are following through this example of partnerships. Let's try out another example here. Arvind began a business with rupees 550. Later Bridge joined with rupees 330. When did Bridge join if the profit at the end of the year was divided in the ratio 10:3? In this given question, what I am given is the capital investment of Arvind as well as the capital investment of Bridge. Also, I am given that the end of the year the profit was divided in the ratio 10:3. See, if it is at the end of the year, can I safely assume that Arvind had invested his money for 12 months? हमें Bridge का टाइम निकालना है कि Bridge ने मनी को कितनी देर के लिए इन्वेस्ट किया. Let us understand the question by putting everything in the form of a table. So first of all, I'll be comparing the capital. Capital invested by Arvind is rupees 550 and capital invested by Bridge is rupees 330. Now, when it comes to time investment, Arvind has invested his money for entire year. So for Arvind that becomes 12 months. What about Bridge? Well, that is what we are required to find. So मैंने यहाँ पे ब्रिज का टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट T सपोज कर लिया. इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप व्हाट वी हैव इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ कैपिटल एंड टाइम. So as far as the product of capital and time is concerned, can I say that becomes 550 into 12 for Arvind and 330 into T for Bridge? As we have learned in the basic concepts of partnership, the ratio of capital and time का product is the ratio of profits. Now if profits of Arvind and Bridge are divided in ratio 10:3, so can I say 550 into 12 is to 330 into T is in ratio 10:3? इसको इक्वेट कर लेते हैं. 550 into 12 divided by 330 into T gets me the ratio 10:3. To further simplify, can I say this is 5 11s are and this is 3 11s are? So 50/30 आ गया. In the next step, I can cancel out this 0. Furthermore, 5 cancels 10 with a 2 and 3 cancels 3. Now 2 cancels 12. So can I say time of investment for Bridge was 6 months? The interesting thing about the questions of partnerships is that once you understand the basic logic and you're able to put everything in the form of a table, the questions solve themselves. Let's move on to the next example. A and B enter into a partnership for a year. A contributes rupees 1500 and B rupees 2000. After 4 months, they admit C, who contributes rupees 2250. If B withdraws his capital after 9 months, at the end of the year, what will be the ratio of the profit share? In this question, I am given three partners A, B and C. A का शेयर दे रखा है, B का शेयर दे रखा है, C का शेयर दे रखा है in terms of the capital that they are putting in. तीनों का time frame अलग अलग है. Let us simplify the given data by putting everything on a table. So what I am doing here is that I am considering three partners A, B and C. I am also considering the capital invested. For A, the capital invested is 1500, for B, the capital invested is 2000, and for C, the capital invested is 2250 rupees. As far as the time of investment is concerned, we know that as per my question, A and B start the business together for a year. That means the contribution in terms of time of A is 12 months. B, however, left after 9 months. So can I say B का जो पैसा था वो सिर्फ 9 months के लिए invested रहा? As far as C is concerned, C joined in the business after 4 months. So in a time frame of a year or in a time frame of a 12-month period, अगर C 4 months के बाद join कर रहा है तो he has invested his money for 8 months. So can I say time of investment of C's capital is 8 months? Now, as far as the given question is concerned, it requires me to find the ratio in which the profit will be divided. We have already learned in the basics of partnerships that profit का जो division होता है, that is in the ratio of the product of capital and time. So in next step, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take the product of capital investment and time investment. For A, the product of capital investment and time investment is going to be 1500 into 12. For B, this will be 2000 into 9. And for C, it will be 2250 into 8. As far as the ratio of profit division is concerned, profit उसी रेशियो में डिवाइड होगा जिस रेशियो में उनका कैपिटल और टाइम का प्रोडक्ट है. सो अगले स्टेप में मुझे बस ये तीन वैल्यूज को रेशियो में लेकर सिंप्लीफाई करना है. सो द रेशियो दैट आई एम गोना फाइंड आउट इज 1500 into 12 is to 2000 into 9 is to 2250 is to into 8. इस रेशियो को सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं. सबसे पहले तो जीरो कैंसिल होता है. नेक्स्ट स्टेप में 25 कैंसिल हो सकता है. सो दिस इज 25 टाइम्स 6, दिस इज 25 टाइम्स 8, दिस इज 25 टाइम्स 9. So what I'm left with is 6 into 12, 8 into 9, 9 into 8. A 4 also gets cancelled out. So 4 cancel हुआ, यहाँ पे 3 बचा, इसमें से 4 cancel हुआ, 2 बचा, इसमें से 4 cancel हुआ, 2 बचा. A 3 also gets cancelled here. So इधर 3 cancel हुआ, इधर 3 cancel हुआ, and finally इधर 3 cancel हुआ. So what do I have in the final ratio? 6 into 1 is 6, is to 2 into 3 is 6, into 3 into 2 is 6. So if the final ratio is 6 is to 6 is to 6, that is as good as 1 is to 1 is to 1. So my final answer is the profits will be divided in the ratio 1 is to 1 is to 1. Again, a very easy question of a very easy topic. One more example and then we finally move on to the last part of your chapter of application of ratios. A and B invest in a business in the ratio of 3 is to 2. If 5% of the total profit goes to charity and A's share is rupees 855, then find the total profit. In the given question, I am given the ratio of the capital investments of A and B as 3 is to 2. What I am not given is the ratio of time investment. It is safe to assume that the time of investment for A and B is same. Therefore, profit will be divided in the ratio of capital investment. So, can I say A's share in profit? A's share in profit is to B's share in profit is 3 is to 2 because उनका capital investment 3 is to 2 ratio में दिया हुआ है. Furthermore, my question says कि टोटल प्रॉफिट का 5% प्रॉफिट चैरिटी में चला गया. दैट मीन्स अगर मैं टोटल प्रॉफिट को x सपोज करूं, इफ आई सपोज द टोटल प्रॉफिट एज x, then out of this total profit X, 5% went to charity, the remaining 95% was divided among the partners. So can I say ये 3:2 में जो profit divide होना है that is 95% of X. अब अगर 95% ऑफ x वो प्रॉफिट है जिसको हमने A/B में डिवाइड करना है, जिसको हमने 3:2 में डिवाइड करना है, तो कैन आई से A's शेयर आउट ऑफ दिस टोटल प्रॉफिट विल बी 3/5 of 95% of x. As per my given question, A's share is rupees 855. Here I have an equation जिसको सॉल्व करके x का वैल्यू निकाला जा सकता है. Let us simplify this equation. This 95% can be represented as 95 by 100, which is nothing but 19 by 20. So can I rewrite the equation as 3/5 into 19 by 20 into x is equals to 855. सबसे पहले 3 और 855 का कटिंग कर लेते हैं. So what do we get here? 3 2s are and then I'm left with a 25. So 8s are and 5s are. So 285 is what I am getting here. Again 19 का कटिंग किया जा सकता है. 19 ones are and then I am left with 95. So 5 15s are. So x ends up becoming 15 into 5 into 20, or perhaps the value of x ends up becoming 75 into 2, 1500. Now what was my x? X was my total profit. My question required me to find the total profit. Here it is. The total profit is 1500. I assume you are able to understand the concept of partnerships. It's a very easy concept and most of the questions on your different campus placement exams would never exceed the level of difficulty beyond these 4 examples. Let's move on to the last part of the application of ratios, in which we'll be learning about certain miscellaneous questions that we see on the chapter. If the ratio of a plus b is to b plus c is to c plus a is 3:4:5 and a plus b plus c equals 18, find a, b and c. In this given question, I am given the ratio of a plus b is to b plus c is to c plus a. Along with that, I am also given the sum of 3 variables a, b and c. What I am required to find here is the value of a, b and c. अगर मैं इस इक्वेशन में से a, b and c की वैल्यू को एक्सट्रैक्ट करना चाहता हूं तो सबसे पहले मुझे a is to b is to c की रेशियो तक पहुंचना है. हाउ टू डू दैट? ऑब्वियसली उस रेशियो को हम इस गिवन रेशियो से एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं. वी हैव ऑलरेडी लर्नड इन द फर्स्ट लेक्चर ऑफ रेशियोज कि अगर हमने किसी गिवन सेट ऑफ वेरिएबल्स के लिए रेशियो से एक्चुअल वैल्यू में जाना हो तो वी इंट्रोड्यूस एन आर्बिट्री कांस्टेंट. सो अगर यहाँ पे इनका रेशियो 3:4:5 दिया हुआ था तो आई कैन से देयर एक्चुअल वैल्यूज कैन बी एज्यूम्ड एज 3k, 4k and 5k. So what I do here is that I take the value of a plus b as 3k, the value of b plus c as 4k and the value of c plus a as 5k. Now I have 3 set of equations for variables a, b and c and I have 3 variables which are to be solved. इन तीनों equations को simultaneously solve करके I can reach the value of individual variables a, b and c, of course in terms of k. Now how to do that? We have already learned that हमारे पास जब इस तरीके का circular equation होता है, that means a plus b, b plus c and then वापस c plus a, तो what we do is that we add the 3 equations together. Now on my left hand side, if I add the 3 equations together, what I get is twice of a plus b plus c. And on my right hand side, what I get is 3k plus 4k plus 5k. That ends up becoming 12k. From here, I'll say a plus b plus c is 6k. Now if a plus b plus c is 6k and my a plus b is 3k, can I substitute a plus b here and get the value of c as 3k? If my a plus b plus c is 6k and b plus c is 4k, so can I substitute the value of b plus c here and get the value of a as 2k? And finally, if my c plus a is 5k, I can substitute the value here to get the value of b as k. Now, so far what I've done is that I have calculated the values of variables a, b and c in terms of k. Along with these three, what I am given is the relation or the equation a plus b plus c equals 18. I can take these three individual values and substitute it there. So what do I get now? A was 2k, so 2k plus b. What was b? B was k. And what was c? C was 3k. So 2k plus k plus 3k equals 18, which implies 6k equals 18, or perhaps the value of k ends up becoming 3. If the value of k is 3, what will be the value of a? The value of a will be 6, the value of c will be 9, and the value of b will end up becoming 3. In my question, I was required to find the value of a, b and c. Here the values are. Another example, and then we end with the chapter of applications of ratios. If the ratio of a into b is to b into c is to a into c is 4 is to 6 is to 3, and the product of a, b and c equals 3, find the sum of ab plus bc plus ac. In this given question, I already have the ratio of ab is to bc is to ac. मुझे इस रेशो से इनका सम निकालना है. सो व्हाट आई हैव इज द रेशो ऑफ ए बी इज टू बी सी इज टू ए सी, और मुझे निकालना क्या है? ए बी प्लस बी सी प्लस ए सी. The easiest approach of solving the question is to first convert this ratio into the actual value. For that, I introduce the arbitrary constant k. So from this ratio, can I say a into b equals 4k, b into c equals 6k, and a into c equals 3k? Since I already have the value of the product of a, b and c as 3, the next thing that I do is that I multiply these three equations. Now on my left hand side, what I'll be getting is a square into b square into c square, and on my right hand side what I'll be getting is 4 into 6 into 3. Now 4 6 are 24 into 3 72, so 72k cube. Now if a, b, c इसका प्रोडक्ट मुझे 3 दिया हुआ है, तो कैन आई से a square, b square, c square will end up becoming 9. So 9 is equals to 72 times k cube. From this we get the value of k cube as 9 upon 72, which is 1 by 8, or perhaps the value of k ends up becoming 1 by 2. If the value of k is 1 by 2, can I say the value of AB ends up becoming 4k, which is 4 into 1 by 2, perhaps 2. The value of BC ends up becoming 3, and the value of AC ends up becoming 3 by 2. Now I have the value of AB, I have the value of BC, and I have the value of AC. I am required to find the sum of these three values. So can I say the sum of these three values will end up becoming 2 plus 3 by 2, or perhaps 6.5. With this, we end with the second lecture of ratios. In this lecture, we have covered all the different applications that we can have of the concept of ratios. I am not saying that this is the end of all question types. ये 4-5 question types जो हमने यहाँ पर पढ़े हैं, ये commonly occurring question types हैं. Apart from that, you will find many different types of applications of ratios. For that, you need to cover your entire worksheet.